Hi guys. So today is January 4th. I just kind of came up with this little idea. My grandma got me this like thing that holds my phone really nicely on my on my rearview mirror, and like I don't know, one time I had like made this little video and I was like, oh, I could like do this, like, you know, like I could do this as like a segment, like, you know, like car talks with Aqua or something like that. So yeah, so for the new year 2017, happy new year everyone. For the new year, I think I'm gonna try this out and do like maybe like once a week, and I'll be able to keep it up because, you know, this is just on my way to work. I definitely go to work more than once a week, so, you know, any day that I have something serious I want to talk about, or like just trying to talk to y'all, just say something, you know, I can just turn my camera on and there we go. Like it's like killing two birds, like on my way to work and doing this. So yeah, I think it's a really good idea. My best friend said she thinks this is a cute idea, so we're gonna see how this works out. And I hope you guys enjoy it. You can give me like topics to talk about. Like I know other like YouTubers, they do like what do they do? Like their little chit chat advice videos or whatever like that. So I've learned a lot in my 20 years on this earth. So if you wanted any type of advice, you know, you could do that. Like you could tell me the type of advice, or like, I don't know. Only thing I can't do while I'm doing this is like,
in half a mile, turn left onto North Druid Hills Road Northeast.
So I don't know if y'all heard that, but that may happen because for some reason I've been working for what, like 3 months, and I still use GPS to get to work. And it's not that I just don't know where to go. It's just that, like, you know, it every now and then it'll show you like a faster route. Like today I was taking like a different way and it told me like you can save 3 minutes by taking North Druid Hills. I'm like, oh, okay. So, you know, and sometimes I forget, especially if I'm gonna be talking, I'm gonna forget where to turn and stuff like that. So yeah, if y'all did hear that, then y'all may hear that all the time because driving GPS goes together. But yeah, I'm really excited to do this. I think it's such a cute little idea. Like I don't know what to name it though. Like when I post this video, it's just gonna be like, you know, showing you guys what it'll consist of, and maybe y'all can give me some ideas of what to name it. I don't know. Yeah, I'm really excited. This is just really cool to me. I don't know. What I'm gonna do is see if I can take her voice off. The thing is, if you guys aren't hearing this, then I sound crazy, but like Siri's like talking to me, like, you know, telling me where to turn or whatever. So if you guys are not hearing it,
in 3.8 miles, turn left onto East Paces Ferry Road Northeast.
Then it doesn't bother you like it just did it again. So I just gotta see if you guys can hear it or not, because if so, I mean, like, you know, like that little pause I did, if y'all didn't hear it, then I'll just look stupid just pausing. But if y'all did hear it, then you see why I'm pausing. And also, you know, my light's not gonna be perfect while I'm doing this because I'm dealing with natural light, and whenever the sun decides to bless me, you know, then you guys will see me. But otherwise it'll be kind of like in this light, which I don't think is like so bad, you know. It's in the car. I'm in the car. It's not that serious. But yeah. And then also, like, I'm trying to do I'm definitely gonna update you guys on my hair, because I know I haven't done that. I can kind of explain to you guys where I've been, but first let me tell you like what's to come. So I'm gonna update you on my hair. What else? I have an updated skin routine. It's only like 3 days old. Like, I've just been doing it for like 3 days, but my skin, y'all, when that light hits me, you'll be able to really see. My skin is like kind of sort of flawless these days. Like 2017, it's been like really nice, even though we're only like, you know, a couple days into it. It's been like super duper nice. Like I don't know, like that stuff I'm using is like really great, and I'm gonna put you guys on, and I'm gonna do like a whole, show you guys everything I do, because I know I did the get unready with me, but that was kind of like, I mean, you know, I do that every night for the most part, or I did that every night for the most part, but you know, things have changed since then. But yeah, so let's get into where I've been. So last year, the last video I made was the get unready with me, and around that time, I think I had kind of like been okay for that video. Like I, you know, had my sisters help me and stuff like that, but I had gone through a really rough patch where I was actually passing out. It started in January, and basically I was at home and I had a really bad seizure where I was like in the hospital and stuff, and I got back home from the hospital, and I remember my mom was sleeping with me. You know, like she sleeps with me when I get sick. Yeah, so my mom was sleeping with me, and I went, and I'm sorry if I'm like looking crazy, but I'm just like really trying to remember, because you know, it was January, that was a year ago. But I remember I woke up, and I remember like seeing stuff on the floor. I was like picking stuff up off the floor, and I went inside of the kitchen. I was going to get some water. I went inside the kitchen. We have like the bottled water and like the packs or whatever. So I like bent down to get water, and I woke up on the floor. Like I had bent down. I know I bent down to get water because I remember bending down to get water. I don't remember like seeing stars or anything like that, but I remember like hearing kind of like a ringing in my ear, and I woke up on the floor, and I was like, what the heck? And I like crawled back to my room. You know, it's an apartment, it's not that far. But I crawled back to my room, and I told my mom what had happened, and she was like, are you serious? And I was like, yeah, you know, whatever. So that was that. Like, you know, it was just really weird, and we didn't really talk about it much more, you know, because it was nighttime. So my mom went back to sleep, I went back to sleep, it was whatever. And I think like the next day I had my phone plugged up. Yeah, my phone was plugged up to the charger. My boyfriend was over there. It was plugged up to the charger. I went behind the couch, so that's me bending down again. I went behind the couch, unplugged my phone, and unplugged my phone, and like stood back up, and then I passed out again. So this is the next day. So I had like took a couple steps and then just passed out. And I know I passed out because you wake up on the floor and it's like I wasn't on the floor. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah. My mom, you know, she's like, what the hell is going on? Like, you know, I already have the seizure, so I'm used to dealing with health problems, but this is just like crazy because it's looking like every time I'm bending down, then I'm passing out, and that's not okay. So it ended up happening to where every single time I like bent down and stood up, I passed out. Or like if I would go from a sitting to standing position, I pass out. So every time I stand up, or anytime I bent down and like stood up. So yeah, I was passing out like every single day, a couple times a day. So we finally realized like, okay, stop getting up. Seriously, like I had to just stop getting up. And sorry if, you know, like every now and then when I go over a little bump or something, it starts what is that? Did y'all hear that? Anyways, Lord. Yeah, so I had to just stop getting up. And what else happened? My mom had me just sit in my wheelchair, and yeah, I was just getting around in my wheelchair because it got really bad to where like, y'all, I couldn't get up. Every now and then I would sit up on my bed and pass out, like fall back. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, it was rough. My mom goes to work Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. So on Tuesday and Thursday, I would stay with, on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, I would stay with my boyfriend. And he would like take care of me and stuff. And when I say take care of me, I mean like I couldn't you know, like, do anything by myself. Like, anything. Because the wheelchair I had, it's the one that, it's not, it's a, what is it called? It's not called a wheelchair. It's called a, it's called something, but I like walked myself almost. It's not the wheelchair where you like roll yourself. I was like walking myself, like I'm sitting down, but like my legs move me, like I move with my legs, whatever. And my legs definitely still work. So, but yeah, so that got really tough. I don't like people seeing me in that state. So, you know, for my boyfriend to have to see me like that, it was like, what the hell? I did not want my boyfriend to see me like that. That's not cute. You know what I'm saying? Not that anyone in the wheelchair is ugly, but you know, for him to have to, cause it got like personal. Like, you know, you have to stand up to go to the restroom. You know what I'm saying? So like I had to have help with everything. So it was just embarrassing. So I just didn't like that. So I you know, it was a really embarrassing like time for me. And I ended up being able to like my mom every now and then she'd be like, do you want to go out somewhere? I'd be like, okay. But I didn't, y'all, I hated being seen in public in my wheelchair. Like I hated it. Because no one really understood either, because then again, you know, the type that I have is the type where you're walking yourself. So people would look at me like, her leg's not broken. It doesn't look like she has mental issues to why she's, I mean, you know, like seriously, it doesn't look like what is wrong with her. People would literally look at me like look, just be staring at me, and I'd see them and I'm like, yes, I'm in a wheelchair, like shut up. So yeah, like they would really just like stare at me. So it got to the point where I'm just like, okay, I don't want to go out anywhere because that's annoying. Like who wants to just be stared at? So yeah, so I stopped really going out anywhere. You know, through this time as well, I was really able to see who my real friends were.
Turn right onto Lenox Road Northeast.
All right. I was able to see, you know, who my real friends were, because at this point, I can't really do much. You know, going out, I definitely didn't want my friends to have to push me around in a wheelchair and do all that type of stuff. So it wasn't like an option for me to go out. So, you know, a lot of the people I called my friends, they knew about this situation, and I didn't see a lot of them, like at all. You know, granted, some of them were away at college and stuff like that, but even when they came back to visit, I wasn't seeing anyone. And this is not like to make anyone feel bad or throw shade or anything, but you know, like that, it's real. Like, you know, going through this, I didn't have many people to hang out with, to see. Like I saw my boyfriend every other day, you know, and he would come over there some days, even when my mom's not at work, when she's off, just to come and hang out with me.
Lenox Road Northeast.
But then I didn't want him to feel like, he, you know, had to hang out with me or anything like that. So it was just really weird. And I didn't want to have to make my sisters, a lot of times my sisters would stay home to just like hang out or whatever. I didn't want to have to make them do that, because I'm like, y'all want to go out and enjoy your life. Like no one wants to just be sitting here with a little girl in a wheelchair, you know what I'm saying, like doing nothing. Ooh,
in 450 feet,
but
arrive at Lenox Square.
Yeah, like it was really rough, you guys. Like it really was. And I'm just blessed to have the people that, you know, did have my back. My best friend, she lives in Miami, but I was able to see her. Like she came down there. When she came down there, I was kind of like, it had gotten a little bit better, and I had been seeing doctors, so they were working on diagnosing me, and I ended up getting diagnosed with POTS. Now, that ended up getting a little bit better, you know, after they put me on medicine and stuff like that, but they didn't, when they first put me on medicine,
arrived at Lenox Square.
It wasn't strong enough, like it wasn't like enough medicine, so I was still passing out. It was less frequent, which was great, you know, like anything helped, but I was still passing out. We wanted to get to the point where I didn't have to pass out anymore, of course. So, ooh, don't hit me. So, you know, when Cheyenne came to visit, I had been diagnosed already, and then when did she come? She came in like May. Yeah, she came like May. I had been diagnosed already, and when we went out and stuff, like I had to be in my wheelchair. She brought like one of her friends with her and stuff, and like they were like taking turns pushing me in the wheelchair or whatever. But yeah, like, you know, so I didn't have many people like by my side. And mind you, even though Cheyenne, you know, didn't come to visit all the time, which I didn't expect her to, because no one has time to be buying flights all the time. But you know, I talked to Cheyenne every single day. I was on FaceTime with her all the time. Like, she kept me company when I'll just be sitting home, not doing nothing. I knew like her schedule. So I knew like when she'd be out of class, so I'd be like, okay, all right, Cheyenne should be out of class. And then soon the phone would ring. Like, literally, like, we talked every single day. So that was good. Like, it was really, really nice to have someone to talk to, you know, besides my boyfriend, because Cheyenne has seen me like in some rough stages, you know. Like, Cheyenne, she was friends with me before I started having seizures. So when I started, it was crazy because I just went to Miami October, and we were sitting down and we were talking, and she was talking about how like she remembers when I would be sitting at the table and have like one little bite to eat, and I'd be like full. Like, my stomach would hurt me being so full. And like that was like part of me being sick, because I lost my appetite. Like, I don't know what, they still don't understand all of that, because, you know, I haven't been diagnosed for the seizures as yet, but, you know, they still didn't understand any of that. Go ahead. What? Yeah, they still, they didn't understand much of that. So, oh crap. Stupid. So, yeah, so we didn't know how to stop that part of it. So Cheyenne remembers, you know, when I was at those first stages of me getting sick, and how hard that was on like me, my family, you know what I'm saying? Like, she was there for all of that. So, you know, needless to say, Cheyenne was definitely there for me as much as she possibly could be, you know, with her being out of the state, which really proved who my friend, I always knew Cheyenne was my best friend, but that really proved like who my real friends were. Because if you can be there for me so well, you know, and you're not even here, but other people who live in Georgia I can't get as little as a phone call, you know what I'm saying? And it's just one of those learning situations. I don't hate anyone because of it. It just shows you, like, when you go through hard times, that's the times that show you who's going to be there for you. And I really, you know, I was able to see that. And, you know, I was able to see that, and it's a learning experience, and I have less friends today because of it, but it's okay, you know, because who wants a whole bunch of friends if everyone doesn't necessarily care about you, you know? So, yeah, so I had, you know, I learned, definitely, it was a learning experience for me, but, basically, within that time, I was so, like, I was really, really depressed, because, you know, all of that, like, I know, and it's always been a thing where people have always told me, someone else is going through worse, so, you know, like, it's, your situation can always be worse, blah, blah, blah. I hated to hear that, because it was like, I understand my situation can be worse, but if someone is homeless, right, but then you have someone that's homeless and they have no leg, it's like, how are you supposed to tell the just plain homeless person that, like, well, he doesn't have a leg, so you need to be grateful? It's like, yeah, I'm grateful that I have a leg, but my life is still pretty dang hard. You know what I'm saying? So that was a conflict with a lot of people, because it's like, what the hell? Stop telling me that, you know, telling me about everyone else that's living worse. I'm sorry that they're living worse, but my life right now is not the best. So, you know, you try to motivate yourself by thinking of the people who are doing better than you, worse than you and stuff like that, but it only helps to a certain extent, because at the end of the day, if I'm depressed, or if I'm sitting in a wheelchair or something like that, and I can't stand up, that doesn't change. Like, someone else being in a worse situation does not make me all of a sudden be able to stand up. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, it's still rough. And I definitely, you know, I don't say that to not be grateful or anything like that, because I definitely am. You know, there are people who completely cannot walk, and I still had the ability to walk. It's just, at that moment I could not stand, you know? So it's like, I understand that, and I'm very grateful for that, but it was just hard when you're going through a rough time. That's all someone can tell you is, well, they're going through something worse, you know? And I did get a lot of those comments. So with all of those feelings and emotions, being on YouTube was the last thing on my mind. Like, honestly, just being completely honest. It was, because it's like, I'm supposed to sit here and like do my makeup and act all happy, like I just am loving life right now, and I'm just not. Like, I don't want anybody to see me, you know, unless they're my friends. I was just so in a bad place, in such a bad place. It was just, I'm just happy that I'm better now. So there we go. That's like the happy ending. I'm definitely better. I was diagnosed and they put me on the right amount of medicine. I've passed out, you know, a couple times, but nothing compared to passing out every time I stand up. You know, I have like a job now. I have a car. Life is just, it's really turned around for me. Like, after all of that happened, like I got better by like the summer. So like June, I had been on the right amount of medicine, stuff like that. Yeah, by like June I had been on the right amount of medicine. So, you know, the rest of the year had just went uphill from there, honestly. Like, yeah, I mean, this 2016, in the beginning it was so rough, but it proved itself. 2016 showed me that, look, she didn't come to play. Like, you could live life now. Like, you could be happy. When you don't appreciate certain things until you don't have it. And everyone says that, and no one really understands it until they don't have it, to be able to tell someone else the same thing. Like, honestly. So, you know, the little things, like, people, you know, it's crazy because the stuff that I'm so excited about, everyone my age is doing. You know, it's a normal thing to have a job or to have a car or whatever. But for someone who I would not have had this before, you know, like, I didn't have the ability to have it before because of my sickness, and now I can have it. It's like, whoa, like, I appreciate my little 2004, like, for real, like, you know, and I appreciate my little job. I'm also back in school, so that's amazing. You know, so I appreciate that. So it's like, life is just rolling for me right now. It's going pretty good, and I'm hoping 2017 is just even better. Like, I know it's gonna be better. I have certain goals set for myself, because remember, guys, like, when I did my little 2016 goals, New Year's resolution, and then like goals and stuff like that, that stuff happened. Like, I got closer to God. I said I wanted to get closer to God. I definitely have, because that was a trying time for me yeah, it was rough. But, you know, I got closer to God. I'm back in school. I have a job. I'm not necessarily on my own. I live with my dad. I moved from my mom's house just to be closer to the city. I just feel like I'm basically on my own and independent. And I'm really planning this year. I really do want to get my own place, like my complete own place. I just like my own space. I realized that, like, I just like my own space. It's gotten a lot better now that I have like my own room and stuff, because at my mom's I didn't. But like, me just having my own space, I just want my own complete space. Like, I don't want no one like, I don't mind like sharing, you know, a space with someone, but if I had to choose, I wouldn't. So yeah, so that's something that I want to happen this year. I want to get my own place. What else? I know that getting my own place, I'm going to have to get either a second job or just a complete new job, because the stuff I'm making at, like, the amount I'm making at this job is a cute little amount that, you know, pays the bills that I have. You know, like, I don't have a car note, but I do have insurance, and then I have like my cell phone bill, and I have to like take care of Winter. That's my dog. I'll do like a whole video for her, but yeah, I have to like take care of Winter, you know, just little stuff. And then, like, you know, I provide for myself as far as clothing and stuff like that, so that helps with that. But those are like little people bills, like, those aren't real life bills. So, and then I find myself kind of living paycheck to paycheck with what I'm making now, and I don't really do much for myself with what I'm making now. So I'm definitely, needless to say, if I move, I'm definitely going to need to get a second job or a different job, or maybe possibly get a promotion at this job, which I don't really think will happen, but God. So yeah, I'm really excited for life, guys, and I can't wait to show you guys my daily little doing the same thing, my daily routine, because it's basically going to be, you know, when I do these little talks, it's going to be me on my way to work. So that'll give us a good 30 minutes to talk. So yeah, I'm at work now, and I'm here a little bit early, but I'm gonna do a little bit of shopping because we just opened. It is, what time is it? 10 o'clock? I can't look without shutting this off, so yeah, it's like 10. But yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and edit this really quick. It shouldn't take long because, you know, most of the things I said I want you guys to hear. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I cannot wait for this new little car chit chat talk stuff we're gonna do. Chit chat with Aqua, car rides with Aqua, I don't know, something. I'm gonna come up with it. But thank you guys so much for watching, and love you. What a shame if you were mine, you would never